good day in Johannesburg, and how great it is that you have taken this initiative to focus on jobs, green jobs and decent jobs. Because of the economic crisis in Europe, as you know, we also have a job crisis with more than now 25 million people out of work. In some of our member states, more than half of young people aged up to 24 have no job. At the same time, we and the rest of the world are facing an environmental crisis due to climate change and unsustainable use of our natural resources. I know that some people argue that we should deal with these three crises one by one. First, the economy, then we can take care of the social situation and the jobs, and then on some fine sunny day, when we have time left, the climate and the environment could come into the picture. I believe strongly this is a wrong approach. We have to deal with these three crises coherently, together. And that is what we are trying to do in Europe. We don't have the luxury of waiting. We need to get the economy moving again and get people back into work, obviously. But we also need to move ahead with building a resource-efficient, low-carbon economy that can prevent dangerous climate change. There are clear synergies to be exploited by tackling these crises in a coherent manner. We need growth and jobs, and it turns out that investing in a low-carbon society is a huge opportunity for Europe, and I believe for any country, to generate green growth and jobs while modernizing the economy and stimulating innovation. Just to take one example, renewable energy generates more jobs per euro or dollar or rand invested than fossil fuel power plants, according to many studies. And here in Europe, the climate and energy targets we have set ourselves for 2020 are already yielding benefits. In 5 years, Europe's renewable sector is estimated to have created 300,000 jobs. And by the end of this decade, when we will be getting at least 20% of our energy from renewables, the net employment gain is expected to be almost 420,000. And our goal of improving energy efficiency, also by 20%, is expected to create another 400,000 additional jobs in the energy efficiency sector. More widely, the European Commission's analysis last year of how to create a job-rich economy shows that the green growth sector is one of the areas with the biggest potential for generating net jobs increase. With the transition to a greener economy, all jobs will eventually have to become greener too. This transition needs to be carefully managed to minimize any adverse social effects and ensure workers get training in new skills. This high-level dialogue can make an important contribution to ensuring a just transition. In the international arena, an ever-closer relationship with developing and emerging countries such as South Africa will allow the European Union to integrate climate change issues in policy areas such as development, cooperation and trade, the Rio+20 process or the green growth and energy agenda under the G20. I'm looking forward with hope to your country, to South Africa, which so successfully hosted the UNFCCC climate conference in Durban back in 2011. I'm looking to you for continued leadership on climate change issues in your own country, for strong bilateral climate change relations, and for strong cooperation on Pan-African climate initiatives. Thank you so much for inviting me to take part. I'm really sorry that I cannot be with you today in person, but I wish you a very successful dialogue over the next 2 days, and I look forward very much to hear about the results.